Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we are going to sort out the outer CV joint on the Audi TT. Because we will be undoing the bottom camber bolts, the first thing we have to do is take a camber reading. So I just put on my camber gauge, it's reading -1, so 1 degree of negative camber. Alright guys, so the first job we had to do was obviously take off the center cap, then put in our Torque 17 bit into there, break it loose while the weight of the car is currently sitting on it. Now we can jack up the car and start undoing all these nuts. Okay, you join me back. So we've taken off the wheel. This nut here is fairly loose. We've undone the nut here, which is a 19. The rest, everything else is 17. So now to get the track arm, the trick is you hit it just here and it should drop down. Nope. Oh, where's my bigger hammer? There we go. Okay, so here we are on the car. That's the track rod or the tie rod arm now disconnected. This is our CV boot and it's ripped. Quite gently turn that. Look at that for some rip. So the next job is probably to undo the bottom ball joints, or the bottom nuts, sorry, holding on the ball joint, and then get ready to pull the axle off the hub. Okay, on to the next job. Okay, I have the bottom camber bolts now undone and removed from the wishbone, so this is all free. So next is to pull the actual drive shaft out through the hub. Okay, so I was having a bit of trouble getting the drive shaft out of the hub, so what I did was I was going to undo this bar here, but I knew that it wouldn't come out under tension, so just let down the jack ever so slightly and the hub just popped out. So brilliant. So that's all it was, just everything was just under too much tension, so just releasing a little bit of pressure from the anti-roll bar, that fixed everything. Okay, now that all the hub is actually separated from the outer CV joint, now it's time to get the CV joint off the drive shaft. So I think this is probably going to be the hardest bit or else the easiest bit. So what I've seen people doing is they get this bolt, they run it back in, and when that's in a straight line it should actually pull the CV joint off the drive shaft. So I'm going to give that a go and see if it works. Okay, let's give it a go. Does that work? I can't actually tell. I'm going to have to take off all the clips. Okay, and I got it off, so that's great. So with a gentle tap and a chisel, I just gently gave it a little tap and it came off. I think when I ran it in the first time, it just barely just got it up over the lip just here, and there's a little spring clip, so I did actually get it off. I just had to tap it then at the end and it came off nice and easily. Okay, just after taking this out of the parts washer, there's the 6 balls sitting there. It's actually quite easy to disassemble. So you can just turn it on its side like that, and pop each of the balls out, then you spin it the whole way around. And you can take the center out like that. It should come up nice and easily. You can just turn the cage, keep turning it left and right, and you can find one of them is slightly bigger than the other, and the cage will come out. Then I just give everything a really good wash, and then when you're reassembling it, you'll see that you don't know now which side do you assemble it, that which side is up, because that's the skinny side, that's the fat side just there. So the fat side actually goes up, so the way you put it actually in is actually upside down, and then you spin the whole lot of it around like that. And it's now the same with putting the center back in, so it's like that. So this actually has to point out towards the back of it, and actually the skinny end has to point in, so we spin that all around, and then we spin that the center back around. So now we're right. Okay, now we spin it all the way around, so we have the step side pointing out, and we have this wide edge here pointing out as well, so that's correct. Now it's only a matter of putting the balls back in, which is quite easy. You just push them up like that each side, and you just put one in at a time and just keep working your way around, and eventually we'll get them all in, and then we just repack it with grease. Okay, now the last ball just going in, just like that. That's it now. All set. So now they're all back in. Now to just repack it with new grease. Now that it's been repacked with fresh grease, time to get the boot back on. Okay, I'm trying to keep the project going but not get too far ahead of the filming. So the next job was to get the CV boot on. I got the small end on first and got it shoved all the way up. Then was able to get the main CV joint on and then just pull the recording part basically over the outside lip. So we put the big end on last. Now we have these clips on. And now I'm going to take one of these nail pullers, which are very handy. I'm just going to put it up straight like that and give both of them a squeeze. Okay, now after reassembling everything, getting everything back, resetting the camber, we're just going to test that it is actually right. And there's our camera gauge reading -1. So if you want to see how I did the camber, check out the video in the description down below. So that's now the outer CV joint sorted on the Audi TT. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.